Savision Live Maps for System Center 2012, adding classes to live map dashboards with indirect relationships. Looking at Health Explorer and Operations Manager for the Windows computer object, we see several different classes that typically are supported by different groups in your organization. We have an operating system class, an IIS server role class, and then we have a application service, which all reside and are hosted by the Windows computer class. In order for us to better target our dashboards to the correct audience, we will create different lists within Savision Live Maps to contain these objects. The first step is to create a list view within Live Maps for the Windows computer object. We will create a new list. And we will remove the checkbox for visible so it does not show up in the web console or SCOM console views. This just helps the views from getting too cluttered. This list will basically be used as a reference for other lists that we're going to create. So there's no need for the users to see it. One way we can add objects to this list is to use the component browser and drag and drop components directly to the screen. But because we want this list, which corresponds to a SCOM group, to be dynamic, we're going to use membership rules. In this case, we want to include all Windows Server objects that host our custom application class. We can hit Show Matches to make sure we return back a Windows Server. We now have a list in Live Maps that we can use as a reference to contain our other class objects. Next, we will create a custom list to host the IIS server role. Again, we will use a custom membership rule so that our membership is dynamic. Instead of selecting a filter expression or hosted class this time, we will use host group membership. We will find our IIS 8 server role. And find the group we created called My Test App, Windows Computers. This will give us a dynamic list of all the IIS 8 server role instances that are part of the My Test App Windows Computer group. If you look in Health Explorer, you can see that instance here, which is hosted under the Windows Computer class. And we'll save. And we now have a dynamic list of all IIS server roles that make up this application. One other list we might want to create in Live Maps is for all the Windows Server operating systems. These objects could be added to a dashboard that's targeted to an operating system support group, whose only responsible is the Windows OS. So we'll create another list. And again, make it invisible. We will add a membership rule so that our list is dynamic. And just like we did for IIS-8 server role, we'll use the host group membership. And this time we'll do operating system. And find our Windows computer group. And return back only operating system objects.